Hey everybody, it's Adam. It's Tuesday, I believe. It's the day after the big Hurricane Sandy. I hope anybody that is listening to me that has been on the East Coast or is affected by the storm has stayed safe and that all is well with you. I'm located just about 15 miles from D.C., so the edge of the hurricane passed right through us, and fortunately we did not lose power. We were very lucky. That we didn't end up losing power we lost it for about 10 minutes, but it flickered on and off, and we have trees in our backyard and leaves and debris covering our cars and pretty much the whole house or whatever. But really, it wasn't bad. We got very lucky here, and of course, my sympathies go out to all those that were not so lucky. So with that out of the way, if you've been watching me for a little while, I mean any longer than the last month or so, you probably know that I have a very soft spot in my heart for Call of Duty World at War. Okay, let's be honest. I have a soft spot in my heart for virtually every Call of Duty that's not the current one that I'm playing right now. You know what I mean? That does not extend to Modern Warfare 3, which I just universally hate and despise, and just I have nothing good to say about it. But regardless, World at War is one of the ones that I really look back on, and I would say at least once a month I go through a phase where I talk about buying this game again or renting it or whatever, because for some reason I got into a habit a couple years ago of really selling all my games when I no longer played them. And this is a total segue, and it's neither here nor there for purposes of this commentary, but I had gotten rid of World at War about 2 years ago, and every time I would go to buy it, I would go and buy it again, and I'd play it for a week. The game would be completely infested with hackers, and I'd get pissed off and sell it or return it, and I'd be back the exact same place a month later. So that's why every month or so I have to think about this and sort of decide if I'm going to buy the game again and play it for nostalgia's sake. But literally every single month, probably at the least, I think back fondly on World at War and want to play it again. So these are two streaks. I played for about 2 hours and stopped because the lag was so bad almost the whole day when I got it a few days ago. I haven't touched it since. I didn't really have two games that in their entirety were really good enough to post, but I have a 17 kill streak on the first one and an 18 kill streak here on Courtyard. So that, that's pretty fun, pretty good kill streaks. I figured that was good enough to post up. And I like World at War. I like doing commentary over it just because I like the game. I have so many fond memories of this game. This was the first Call of Duty I really got into on console. I've told you guys before, I spent most of my time with Call of Duty 4 on the PC until years later, when I rediscovered it on console, sort of. But World at War I played for hundreds of hours. I loved this game. I loved everything about it. And as you see in the title of the video, the problem with World at War, similar to Modern Warfare 2 and even Black Ops to some extent, but more so, is when you go back to World at War, you really feel the age of the game. And that's in the player models, that's in the hit detection, that's in the lag. Certainly there's still a lot of hacked lobbies, but more than anything, the game just doesn't run very smoothly. There's a lot of frame rate tearing and or frame rate lag, excuse me. There's a lot of screen tearing, and there's a lot of lag. I don't know what they were doing for server detection or host detection or whatever you want to call it, but it was not very good. And the funny thing is, as much as Treyarch innovated in making World at War, and they got not nearly enough credit for the innovations that they put into this game, a lot of the problems that this game had for the entire cycle of the game repeated in Black Ops. Very, very poor host selection at game's launch. Mediocre hit detection, especially when compared to Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2. And then again, also several overpowered weapons that were never really patched or accounted for. And that literally was pretty much the list of issues that faced Black Ops when the game first came out, and to some extent still are an issue with the game today. So I hope we don't have to worry about any of that with Black Ops 2, and I hope you enjoyed seeing some of this older gameplay.